So this time, let us discuss about the real number system, the diagram of a real number system. And real numbers are classified into rational and irrational numbers. Rational numbers include all integers and fractions. All negative integer and whole numbers make up the set of integers, and whole numbers comprise of all natural numbers and zero. So let us discuss the parts of the real number system one by one. So when we say natural numbers, so these are the counting numbers which starts from 1 onwards. They are located at the right side of the number line after 0, at the right side of the 0, because we start counting from 1 onwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so 1 is the smallest natural number. So these are the examples of natural numbers. And natural numbers are infinite. So which do you think of the following is or are natural numbers? Is it -1, 0, 1/4, 50,000, or 3.7? So when we start counting, that is from 1 and infinite. So obviously, -1 is not included. Also with 0. 1/4 is fraction. 3.7 is not a natural number. So therefore, 50,000 is the only natural number here. Next, we have the whole numbers. So whole number is either a counting number or 0. They are located at the right side of the number line. So sa whole numbers, ang pagkakaiba lang niya sa natural numbers ay included yung 0. So from 0 up to infinity. So here are some examples of whole numbers. So 0 up to 38,617. But whole numbers are infinite. Which of the following is or are whole numbers here? Is it 16, -4, 1/5, 0, or 0.03? So -4 is not a whole number since it is less than 0. 0.03 and 1/5 are not whole numbers. So what are the whole numbers here? These are 0 and 16 since you can count them. So next we have here the set of integers. So an integer is either a whole number or it's negative. Positive integers are integers starting from 1 and so on. They are located at the right side of the number line after 0. They are also natural or counting numbers. So yung positive integers natin, hindi included yung 0 because there is no such thing. So positive integers natin, hindi included yung 0 because there is no such thing as positive or negative 0. Negative integers are integers starting from -1 and so on. So they are located at the left side of the number line before 0. So they are negative whole numbers. We say negative integers, 0 is not included. So pag integer lang, included ang 0. Kapag positive integers ang sinasabi or negative integers, hindi kasali yung 0. So here are some examples of integers. Which of the following is or are integers here? So we have -31, -2/3, 0.7, 0, and 46. Let's find out. So -2/3 is not an integer since it is not a whole number. 0.7 is not an integer too since it is not a whole number. -31 is an integer since it is a negative whole number. 0 is an integer since it is a whole number. 46 is an integer since it is a whole number, particularly positive integer. Next, we have the set of fractions. So when we say fraction, it is a part of a whole. In the number line, they are located between integers. Examples of fractions are -3 and 1/4, -2/5, -1/10, 9/20, 1/6, and 5 and 1/2. So a fraction can be converted into decimal form. Now, which do you think of the following is or are fractions? Negative 6, negative 11 over 5, negative 3 over 7, 2.14, 0, or 2 over 9. So let's find out. Negative 6 is not a fraction since it is a negative whole number. 0 is not a fraction since it is a whole number. Negative 11, negative 3 over 7, and 2 over 9 are fractions since they are parts of a whole. How about 2.14? So it is still a fraction because it is in between two integers, 2 and 3. In decimal form lang siya. And that is also equivalent with 2 and 7 over 50. Next, we have rational numbers. So a rational number is a number that can be written as a ratio of two integers. So it can be a fraction, an integer, a whole number, or even a natural number. So examples of rational numbers are negative 5 and 2/3, negative 1/8, negative 4, 0, 3 over 7, and 9. Negative 1/8 is a rational number since it can be a ratio of integers, negative 1 and 8. And a fraction belongs to rational number. 9 is a rational number since it can be a ratio of integers and 1. And we know that 9 is a whole number which also belongs to rational number. 0 is a rational number since it can be a ratio of integers 0 and 1. And 0 also belong to integers which belong to rational numbers. So for decimal numbers, it can be rational number if it satisfies either one of the following. First, it has finite number of digits. So 90.52 is finite. Ibig sabihin, nag-stop siya sa 52. Ibig sabihin, that is limited, or 90.52. So therefore, it is a rational. In fraction form, that is 9,052 all over 100. Another one, its digits are repeating in a continuous manner. 3.1111 and infinity is still a rational number because we can write it in fractions. So which do you think of the following decimals is or rational numbers? We have negative 1.232323 and infinity, 3.14, 15, 92, 65, 3 and infinity. We have 0.12, 34, 56, 7, 8, 9. So let's see. Letter A, the digits 2 and 3 are repeating continuously. Thus, it is a rational number. Letter B, that is 3.14, 15, 92, 65, 3. So it has an infinite number of digits and there are no repeating digit patterns. Thus, it is not a rational number. Letter C, that is 0.12, 34, 56, 7, 8, 9. So it has a finite number of digits which is 10. Thus, it is a rational number. Basta finite siya. Gaano man yan kadami. Basta finite, rational number. Next, we have the irrational numbers. An irrational number is a number that cannot be written as a ratio of two integers. It is a non-terminating and non-repeating decimal. So, examples of rational numbers are the values of pi and e, the square root of 2, and negative 1.086432 infinity. So in this example, pi is a rational number since it cannot be written as a ratio of two integers. So 3.14 up to infinity, that is an irrational number because there is no repeated value or pattern. The value of e, which is 2.71, 8281, 8284, 590, is also an irrational number since there is also no digit pattern. Square root of 2 is an irrational number since it cannot be written as a ratio of two integers because the value of the square root of 2 in decimal is 1.414135623730 and infinite. So still there is no digit pattern. So which of the following decimals is or are rational numbers? Is it letter A, B, C, or D? So when we say A, that is 6.71842013 and infinity. So the decimal has an infinite number of digits and no digit pattern. So thus, it is an irrational number. Letter B, 2.193746661. Even though the decimal has no digit pattern, it has a fixed number of digits or finite number of digits. So thus, it is not irrational number. Saan kaya to belong? Doon sa may rational number. Hindi siya irrational, kundi rational. Then letter D, that is negative square root of 4, which is 2. So since it is a whole number, and a whole number belongs to integers, and integers belongs to rational numbers, therefore, it is not irrational number. And that's all for the real numbers.